Hey ladies and gents, this is Linda Faychick777, and today I'm coming at you with some projects to share. 3 projects actually that I have made, but I will probably just show 2 in this video and 1 in another video. I had a gal in my church. She had bought a few things for me from Craft Bazaar as gifts, and she emailed me and asked if I could make her a few more gifts. And then she just kind of specified colors, and then one of the things was for her sister, so she kind of specified, part of a quote she wanted on it, but that'll come in another video. But anyway, I'm going to move my sign out of the way and show you 2 of the things that she asked for. This first one, she bought one of my altered jars, and she wanted another one, only she wanted a smaller jar, and I said, you know what, I've got one left that's just under 6 inches. She said, perfect, and she needed it in the color purples. So here is what I came up with. And I don't really scrapbook a lot in purples. I love purples. I wear purples. My house is decorated with purples, but for some reason I don't scrap a lot with them. So thank goodness, between Jayzella, who is Lavish Laces here on YouTube, I used to design for her, and in my design team kits she would often send me things that are purple, and I of course would set them aside. And Renee from Renee Bouquets, some stuff from her shop, purples. Worked out perfectly, although on camera, as I'm seeing this, looks like it's blues, but it's not. So anyway, this cute little jar stands like 5.5 inches tall, and I thought it turned out pretty cute. And what I love the most, it just worked out perfectly, is the little roses that I put inside, the little bath roses, that dissolve. I had one package that were purple tipped roses. I know, right? It came completely together. So this is the cute bottle. Look at that shape. It's like square at the bottom, and then it comes up real slender to the top. I have a friend at work that she, when she has neat bottles, she saves them for me. I think she, between you and me and the rest of the world watching this video, she drinks what's inside. No worries, because I get the cute bottle in the end. But anyway, here, it's just a look-see around the bottle. I've also got some bath salts in there, but they're kind of like a rose color. So I've got just enough that kind of comes to just almost the top of this ribbon so that you don't really see them, but they are in the jar and usable. But this way you get to see the roses a little bit better. So I'm going to adjust my camera up a little bit since I have kind of turned that around for you, and bring this up a little closer and personal. It's a beautiful kind of light purple lavender color. So here we go. Now you can see it a little more up close, although like I said, it's looking blue on camera. The ribbon is, and the flowers, they might look a little bit purple, don't they? This definitely looks a little purple. And then we'll bring it around. And see, I don't know if it's easy to see on camera as well, but my roses are tipped in just a really light lavender color. Bath roses that I get at Dollar Tree, as well as the bath salts. And then there's the back. So the trim that I got, this bottom trim, I got from Jayzella's shop, Lavish Laces. And this top trim is one that she just recently sent me in a rack. It was perfect. Thank you, Jayzella. And I just thought it was really cute around the bottom, the perimeter of this bottle. I just love the shape of this bottle. On the front here, I've done a lot of layering. Clear in the very back here, you could just barely see a little bit of a crochet doily, or actually it's a doily that I cut, out of a tablecloth I found at a garage sale, so I've got that poking back there. And then this is one of those resin frames that from the $1.50 bin at Michael's. This is some petaloo leaves that I got from Renee's shop, and it comes with these are botanical leaves, I think, and it comes with these little pearl sprays, kind of purples and greens. And then I've got some purple, or not purple, I'm on the purple word. I've got some pearl strands here, some pearl spray out to the side there. On the top of that little frame, I've got, this is, I believe, a Prima flower that came from Renee's shop. Renee Bouquets on Etsy. And then I've got some Wild Orchid craft flowers. All of these other Wild Orchid craft flowers that have got a little bit of purple and stuff on them all came from Lavish Laces shop. This Woodward Memories is from sawcrafters.com. And then this is just a little key from my stash. I don't know where I got that from. I think it might be a Tim Holtz key or something. And then this little metal heart is just one of the Prima metal hearts. And then kind of all over the front of it, I've got some beautiful just glitter glass from Renee Bouquets Etsy shop. And I put that on with Prima matte medium. 3D matte medium. And then I've got this beautiful little diamond gem here. Okay, came from out of my stash. And then on top here, this is just a May Arts beautiful lavender silk ribbon. This is just a little window charm. It's from Bead Landing. I hung from there. And then on the back side, another little scene here. I've got, again, some more pearl sprays. I've got some Wild Orchid Craft and Prima flowers. These purple Wild Orchid Craft flowers here came from Lavish Laces. This is a metal key that I got on eBay. It just says love, of course. And then I've got a little white metal frame back here. It's an old, you know, Stampin' Up! Design metal frame there. And then this is a beautiful butterfly from Renee Bouquet's shop. And then some more glitter glass on there. And it's funny, this side looks okay, but this other side, I have to tell you guys, you know how I love to layer. So look to the side how far that layers off the front of the bottle. That's got to be at least 1.5 inches from the front of the bottle. But you know what the heck? I got just a limited space here to work with, right? And so then you saw my roses and everything inside. And then I bought this bag couple of years back at a garage sale of old wine corks, and I happened to just have one in my bag that you know, from the wine that was inside the bottle. It had kind of turned the cork a little bit of kind of a purplish pink, so it fit just perfectly with this bottle. So I really hope she likes what I came up with for her altered bottle that she requested. My friend requested. Okay, and then I'm going to bring in these other gifts, and I'm just going to show you one for now. When she asked for these, I was thinking, okay, I've got 3 days to make 3 gifts. I need something quick, so I kind of started looking around my room, and I saw a couple of things that I had made and had kept for myself that I'm like, I could work with that. I could recreate that, create a whole different scene, but kind of work with the same premise in design. And so that's what I did for this next one. I'll bring it up. This is again in purples. This is for her daughter, and she wanted some kind of Bible scripture on it, any one that I wanted to come up with. And so this is what I came up with. I know, right? It's so super pretty. I love this. I love it. The base frame already has an easel built on. This, I got a few of them at Dollar Tree a couple of years back, and I think I've seen them time and again in the store. They usually come out around Christmas time, and it had like a little scene on the front of a little bird, and it said like, believe. Okay, but I loved it because it's just about, you know what, I don't know how, what is that, maybe about a 5 by 5 surface area to work on, and it's already got the easel on the back. So it sits up just real beautiful like that. I love it. The paper that I'm working with is Fab Scraps paper. It's double-sided, so I got one side for the front and then used the other side for the heart. The heart also comes from Dollar Tree. Around Valentine's Day, they come out with these packages of like chipboard hearts. They're all glittery, and I've bought a couple packages of those, so I just use them for the patterns. And so that's where the pattern of this heart came from. I just redrew it onto chipboard and then used that. So let me bring it up closer to show you what I've done. As I usually do, I sewed all the edges of my papers distressed everything. On this back sheet, I used just a micro dot stencil that I got from Michaels. I think it's a Heidi Swap stencil, and just some modeling paste back there to give it a little bit of texture. The heart is up on about 6 layers of chipboard, so it really is up off of that, I'll call it a canvas. It's a wood piece, but it's up off the canvas. So that I would have room to, you know, build flowers and stuff underneath and around it, and then also put these Prima resin wings. The quote, I wanted something to do with wings. And so when I was looking through the Bible and found a scripture, I also had out some of these wooden words that we get from Michaels in the $1.50 bin. And I was going to put like just I wanted to use this forever word. And I was just going to put it down at the bottom down here somewhere. And when I found this quote, I'm like, oh my gosh, this forever word was a word in part of the quote. And then the quote had to do with wings, and it was perfect. I can't believe how, I mean, it just came out perfect. So the scripture I found says, I long to dwell in your tent forever and take refuge in the shelter of your wings. So that was perfect. It got to use the wings word I was looking for, and it just happened to go with the word that I had picked out that I was just going to use somewhere on the project. So I used that word, obviously, as part of the scripture. And I thought that was just beautiful. And what I did is the scripture, I printed it on transparency, and I just kind of messed with the placement, you know, back and forth till I got it just right, so there was just enough room for the, you know, forever word to lay on top. Okay, and then what I did is once I printed the scripture out on the transparency, then I sewed it to the printed Fab Scraps paper, and then I adhered it to the chipboard heart. And the heart I painted kind of around the edges with just some black gesso, because I knew some of the edges would show. Okay, and the paper's just beautiful. I love kind of the script design in the background, and just love it. So onto this left side, this is a wooden scroll that came from sawcrafters.com. And then I've got a Prima rolled flower here, and I've got a bunch of Wild Orchid Craft flowers that in purples that again came from Jayzella Lavish Laces. Thank you, Jayzella. This beautiful new Wild Orchid Craft flower that she sent me as well in a recent rack. I'm going to order more of these from a store. I love these flowers. And she's got quite a few flowers in stock, you guys, and beautiful laces and stuff in her store. So I urge you to go check it out. And I will have the link down below, as well as the link to Renee Bouquets. Although all of you know, or should know by now, by heart, that link to Renee's shop, since I designed for. But, you know, I might have new subscribers. Anyway, so coming down the right side, I have placed a Prima clock face and Prima clock hands that came from Renee's shop. And then I've got a little mini resin Prima oval frame on top of that, again, that came from Renee's shop. From my stash is this Prima metal word that says love, and I hung a little bead landing lock. And then on top of that, I've got layered just a Prima light bulb. I think that was Junkyard Findings light bulbs. And then on top of the beautiful flowers here, I've got a Renee Bouquets butterfly, just gorgeous. Over here, tucked in the flowers, I've got another Saw Crafters wood product. It says Hope. These are her honeycomb shapes with words, I believe. I think that's what it's called. And you get like 12 to a set with different words on them. Anyway, and then layered on the flowers, I've got a Prima resin angel from my stash. And then I've got this beautiful metal key that's from my stash. Could be a Prima key, I'm not remembering. Down here, way underneath, just kind of tucked in there, is a bead landing metal gear. And then I left some of the stems on the flowers so they would kind of just come out and give it texture. And then I've got Renee Bouquet glitter glass down with Prima matte medium, all along in different areas of the project. I just think it makes it really, you know, beautiful and romantic on the lock. And it went really nicely with the glitter glass butterfly. That's how the butterfly comes, that glitter on it. Anyway, so there are those two projects. I really hope she likes it. I love this one a lot. I think it just turned out beautiful, and the bottle was definitely fun to work with. I hope you enjoyed looking at these projects. Hope you get some inspiration to create something for yourself or for a friend. I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll talk with you again soon. Bye.